Hey, what's up everyone? Tech Geek Josh here and welcome to today's video. Now this is actually going to be quite enjoyable one for most of you because you guys seem to really like these and I don't blame you. I actually kind of like doing them myself. So anyway, without any further ado, I bring you my phone collection for May 2017. So without any much further ado, let's get started. Now as you can see here, I have quite a bit of containers. 3 to be exact. One right there. That's actually a double one. That's like 3 and 3. And I have that one, as you guys should know from my previous phone collection videos. So, as you can see, I already have some phones out here, and these are like the ones that are like normally like out and just sitting around, not in any of these cases. So, let's get into it. So, I figured that I'm going to be taking a different how you say, oh, what's the word? I just had it in my mind, then I lost it. Different approach with this video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show the phone and basically say, the name of it, and that's basically it. So without any further ado, let's get started. Galaxy Express 3, Moto G4 Play, Coolpad Canvas, LG Rebel LTE, Samsung Galaxy S3, Samsung Galaxy Prevail LTE, Samsung Galaxy Grand Prime, HTC Desire 626S, Samsung Galaxy Indulge, HTC Desire 526, AT&T iPhone 4, Samsung Galaxy Luna, a Life wireless phone, I don't know the model of it, HTC Radar 4G, Alcatel One Touch Pixie Eclipse, LG Leon, CTE Citrine, Samsung Galaxy S2 Skyrocket, Alcatel One Touch Pixie Glitz, Samsung Galaxy Light, Samsung Galaxy Stardust, the Despicable Blue-L, and last but not least for this storage container, the ZTE Whirl 2. This next container is a rather big one, so we have the LG G Stylo, the ZTE Warp 7, the pretty massive Huawei Ascend XT, which I'd like to mention, I had to take the SD card out of this particular phone just so I could record this video, because my other 16GB card that I normally use to record videos just went missing. So that's a fact. Next is the iPhone 5S. Next is the Kyocera Torque. Next is the ZTE Obsidian. iPod Touch 5th Gen 16GB. Another iPod Touch, but this one is a 32GB. Samsung Galaxy Admire 2. A really beautiful looking BlackBerry Bold 9930. LG Motion 4G. The original Alcatel One Touch Fierce. And the Alcatel One Touch Fierce 2. The ZTE Symbol T, which I gotta say is a pretty massive flip phone. Huawei Vision 2. ZTE Zinger. Samsung Galaxy S4. The original Kyocera Hydro. And last but not least, at least for this container, is the Kyocera Rise. And last but certainly not least, the biggest phone container I own. Now this is two 3-section containers. There's one here and another one right there. And for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and record this clip. I'm going to just go through all of them without stopping. Samsung Galaxy Core Prime. Samsung Galaxy J3, which I do have a custom theme on, which I think looks very cool. Next is the LG Phoenix 2. Here's another look at the J3. And another look at the Core Prime. I do plan on, however, getting the LG Rizio 2 eventually, if anybody is curious what my next phone might be. Next is the LG Tribute 5. Next is the LG Transpire. Next is the LG Tribute 2, which has a pretty nice blue color for the back. Don't think it'll pick up on camera, but it is blue. It's a pretty deep blue as well. Next is the original LG Tribute. And then we have a Samsung Galaxy S3 with no battery. Then we have my Samsung Galaxy S6. It's actually coming apart more as days goes on. Very scary actually. Go ahead and put everything back in real time. Now you can go ahead and skip through this part if you don't want to see this. And yes, I will be sure not to skip a section, because apparently I did that in a previous phone collection video. And what I mean by previous is months ago, probably even a year ago. Next is the Alcatel One Touch Pixie Avion. Then the Alcatel Ideal. Then we have a mysterious iPhone 4. And what I mean by mysterious is that I don't know anything about this phone. I don't know what happened to it, and I don't know why it doesn't work. Given the fact that I am a tech geek, I haven't been able to get any life out of it. Then we have another iPhone 4. This one does work, but it's locked and dead. Next is the Alcatel One Touch Pixie Glory LTE. Still a pretty huge phone, as you can see here, 5.5 inches. Next we have the ZTE Prestige. It was just charged. Went dead that fast. And lastly we have the ZTE Midnight Pro LTE, which is basically the same phone to the ZTE Prestige, just in a blue accent color instead of red, and with a different back texture than the Prestige. The Prestige has a rubbery texture, whereas this one is slippery. And you guys can go ahead and skip over the parts where I just put my phones back, just to give myself the extra room to put them down instead of putting them elsewhere. Boy, this video is going to be long, but that's good because I think that's what you guys like to see. And if I'm not mistaken, this one right here is what I missed in a previous phone collection video. Made sure not to miss it this time. Here we have the Samsung Galaxy J1. with a purple body glove case. Might I add, sorry, I'm trying to speak with an accent, but I'm not. Next is the second generation Moto E. Then we got an LG L70. Then we got a ZTE Maven. Following that, we got a Alcatel One Touch Evolve 2. Almost grabbed the wrong one by mistake. Lastly, for this section, we have the first generation Moto E. The one with a front speaker, might I add. Almost done. Here we have the ZTE Quest N817. Then we have a two-colored iPhone 4. By two-colored, I mean it has mostly white but with a black home button. Then we have my first iPhone 4 that I kept. Then we have the basically brand new Galaxy Exhibit. Following that one, we have the old Samsung Galaxy Exhibit. Then we have the original Alcatel One Touch Evolve. Then we have the LG Optimus Fuel. Thing took a beating over the years that I've had it. It has been dropped by my friends and somehow it didn't crack. Then we have yet another iPhone 4, but this one is iCloud locked. It's probably the worst condition iPhone because as you can see it's broken up there and down here with a cracked screen obviously. But somehow the back is flawless. Then we have the Samsung Galaxy Admire, the original I should say. Does have a crack up there. This thing does not have any back cover to it, it just has this. somewhat of a case that's pretty beat up. And there's also like random SIM cards and fake SD cards in these sections that, you know, just doesn't need to be shown. Nothing special. And last but not least, this bottom container. I have to get my tripod looked at again. Here's the Alcatel One Touch Pixie Pulsar. Then we have this HTC MyTouch 3G. Retro, I should say. Then we have yet another Moto E 2nd Gen, but that one up there that you just saw was the Virgin Mobile version. This is the Verizon version that does not work. Let me rephrase that. It works, but the screen is all messed up on the inside. The outside screen is perfect, just the inside screen is damaged. This last one is basically like phones that, you know, that just I don't need or don't care about. So we have a random Galaxy S3 extended battery. You see it's in pretty bad shape. Just thought I'd mention that because it was up here. Speaking of which, here's another Galaxy S3. This one looks just fine from the back. The front is cracked. I'm thinking about replacing this home button with the one on mine, and probably these volume rockers for the working one that you saw in the beginning. This thing's water damaged. Then we have a first generation iPod Touch. Nostalgia. Still works with a big either dead pixels or a pressure crack. This is an 8GB variant. Then we have the T-Mobile Spark. I like the mechanism on this phone in particular. So smooth. Then we have the obliterated ZTE Majesty. I have never seen a more cracked phone before, and probably neither have you. But this thing still works as it is, but of course the touchscreen doesn't respond. It still turns on and works, but the touchscreen doesn't work. Meaning you can't touch it. It won't respond, in other words. The back is fine though. Very last two phones, we have the LG Optimus F3. This thing is still bricked. And for the very last phone for this video is the Samsung Galaxy Centura. Now I basically threw more money at this phone than I wanted to. This phone really didn't need anything, but yet I threw money at it when I shouldn't have back in the day. This case costed me like $16, but basically a waste of money if I'm not using it. And this anti-scratch screen protector as well. So yeah, I was just about to stop the video, then I realized I have to put these back. Go ahead and try and skip ahead 10 seconds for these this part, for parts like these, and just to tell you. Can't forget the battery. So there you have it. My phone collection for May 2017. Hope you found this video enjoyable in any way possible. Anyway, but yeah. I'm at a loss for words. But yeah, hopefully you found this video enjoyable in any way possible. Share with your friends, do anything you'd like. Comment down below which phone is your favorite, which phone or phones was an S do you currently own, or which phone do you want to own. Definitely be sure to let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll see you again in the next one.